Well, we should visit the infirmary. We have nothing more to read here. We should also take these side quests. Oh, well, I think I only saw one so far. And it seems like we can collect something from the charity place. So only one side quest. I think we also need to do some reading because stuff has been happening. Yes, that we did.
Yeah. What do you want?
Let's see, can I forge anything? Can't.
That it? Fine.
Nothing too good. We'll just continue. Let's check up with this lady.
Oh, bother. Whatever am I to do now, Clive?
About what?
I've 2 dresses that need stitching, but I haven't got a scrap of linen. Those girls' rags are so threadbare. It's a wonder they don't fall to pieces. And we most certainly cannot have that. A certain amount of decorum must be maintained, even here at the Hideaway. You wouldn't want the poor things going without decent clothes now, would you?
Yeah, of course not.
What can I do to help?
Oh,
He's so nice.
you a dear. You see, I've paid for 2 bolts of cloth from the drapers in Nortreach, blue and red. But they don't deliver, not to places that aren't on the map anyway, so I'll need someone to take this receipt and collect them.
And you'd have this someone be me.
I would. And don't let them fob you off with anything less than what I paid for. 1 bolt of blue and 1 of red. I expect them both.
I love that he's like their private errand boy.
They said they'd give us new clothes. But we've no coin.
But he's not even mad about it or rude or anything. He just gladly... Oh, there's one. The root of the problem. Let's grab that one as well. He's just happy to help. What you got here now?
Why
A
are your
raven?
feathers black, Mr. Crow? Is it because you spent too long in the Deadlands?
Actually,
Let us
good
know if
one.
you find any rotten planks. I'll see about replacing them.
Rotten planks. That wouldn't be good. Wouldn't wanna fall through. We're going to Nortreach. And where does this guy want us to go?
Sid, I know that when we came to the Hideaway, we chose to let go of our past in order that we might focus on our future.
We did?
Nonetheless, I was wondering if... Well, I know you are from Rosaria, and I'm in need of someone with intimate knowledge of those lands. Apparently, the Duchy is home to all manner of herbs found nowhere else in the realm. Among them is a flower called a morganbeard that increases the potency of lesser medicines.
I can't say that I've had much practice healing. My youth was spent in the Bailey.
A shame. You see, the Hideaway relies heavily upon medicines procured from afar. And when those shipments are late, well, it's our sick who suffer. If we could find this flower and learn to grow it here, we might save many lives. However, as you are well aware, Imperial occupation has rendered the roads unsafe for those like me, untrained in the military arts. Now, I'm not asking the busiest man in the Hideaway to drop everything and make the journey for me, but if you happen to be in the Duchy on other business,
Tell me of these Morganbeards, then.
But of course, if my old tomes are to be believed, the flowers are bright yellow and as large as goblins' eyes. Oh, and they grow in the marshes of Sorrowise. If I am to propagate them here in the backyard, I will require several samples, preferably of blooms which have already gone to seed. And before I forget, I do seem to recall learning in the course of my research that their odor has the tendency to attract unsavory creatures. Nothing you cannot handle, though, I'm sure.
That's fine. That's Clive's speciality. And running everyone's errands. I hope they do the same for you, Clive. And nothing to read. We're gonna go to Tomes as well and just check with him, see what new things we got to read. Let's go there now, actually, since we're so close. And we're gonna head off from the hideaway. Farewell, Drake's Breath.
Is there something I might assist you with, Clive?
Oh,
And so, it is done.
a feat 5 long years in the making. Well, me and Jill and Torgal, with the Mother Crystal's final cry, a legacy is passed from one outlaw to the
Yet
next.
the tale is far from over.
And though we cannot know if it will end in triumph or tragedy, I only pray that I am there to bear witness. Oh, me too. You definitely need to witness everything.
I don't believe you've read this particular chapter before.
Level
There is a
4.
rather fascinating excerpt I've been meaning to show you.
Ooh, so you want us to read these 3? The Holy Order of Shields of the Blackened Pinion. The official name of the Order of Knights established in the Imperial Province of Rosaria, who persecute and purge bearers and those who shield them. Commonly known as the Black Shields after the color of their armor, a hue seemingly chosen to differentiate this new elite order from the silver-clad dragoons. Unlike the heroic dragoons, however, they are feared and loathed throughout the Imperial Province. Well, I can see why. We don't like them either. We don't like anyone that treats bearer bad. Or that listens to Annabella. The capital city of Hayran, or the Iron Kingdom, located on the boiling sea island of Ironholm, several hundred leagues off the western coast of Rosaria. Its name means charred rock in the Hayrani tongue. Hayrani tongue. Oh, yeah, I'm just butchering it. You'll have to excuse me for that. Drake's Eye. A mother crystal which stood in the frozen waste of northern storm. Lands now lost to the blight. Soon after the mother first fell, the tribes of the north, in a bid of desperation, marched south into Rosaria. He was dominant at their fore. A terrible battle ensued in which fire was pitted against ice, but eventually the Phoenix and the ducal armies succeeded in driving back the invaders for a time. Well, the chapter was literally fire and ice, but I thought Clive and Jill, but it certainly had like Ifrit Shiva, but also then this other fire guy came
You wish to study
and
the
destroyed our dates. Dominant of Shiva and trusted confidant of Clive, leader of the new Hideaway, together they continue Sid's mission to emancipate bearers and rid the realm of mother crystals. An island nation situated off the west coast of Storm with its capital at Craig Loistgate, I don't know. In the year 878, its mother crystal Drake's Breath was destroyed in an attack launched by Sid the Outlaw. The loss of the crystal and the patriarch, chief of the priests who served it, plunged the kingdom into chaos, leaving this monarchy wanting for a leader beyond its politically impotent royalty. Well, there's not much left of that. Drake's breath. A mother crystal that once commanded the waters between Rosaria and the Iron Kingdom. After centuries of bitter conflict, the Iron Blood took control of the crystal and island upon which it stood. That is, until the year 878, when the Sacred Spire was brought crashing down by none other than Cid the Outlaw. And Jill. Jill the Outlaw. Yeah, that was a huge freaking crystal. Alright. Are they all gonna be like this huge? High Priest Imran, Patriarch of the Crystalline Orthodox, a zealous believer in the Orthodox teachings that bearers and dominants are unclean creatures born of sin. He conducted the sacrificial slaughter of bearers, claiming that he was merely cleansing them of their corruption. Slain by Jill Warwick on her return to the Iron Kingdom, in answer not only for the crimes he committed, but those he forced her to commit in the name of his crusade. I think this guy is probably at the same evil level as Annabella. Otto, Chief Steward of Clive's Hideaway, Otto continues to serve the same role he did under Cid, being the primary person in charge of all monies and information coming into and going out of the Hideaway. Do you say moonies or monies? Because they're not talking about money, are they? Dominant of the Phoenix and former heir to the ducal throne, Joshua was thought to have died at the hands of the second Icon of Fire during the disaster at Phoenix Gate. However, he somehow survived, appearing before his brother once more, some 13 years later in the inner sanctum of Drake's Head, and saving Clive from Ultima's advances by calling upon the power of the Phoenix to seal the being within himself. And this is what gets me really, really worried about you, Joshua. Like, wouldn't it be so freaking disastrous if Ultima would have just taken over his body and then start fighting Clive? But that could, like, really become turn of events. Like, Clive being like, okay, I'm gonna have to save my brother. Clive's personal steed, after losing her master at Phoenix Gate, Ambrosia found a new flock and led them in defending honest merchants from beasts and bandits, earning herself the love of the locals and the name Whiteheart. Indeed, it was one local insistence that she be defended in turn that led to her happy reunion with Clive. Can't believe we actually found her. Nectar, the Hideaway's resident Moogle, whom Cid found trapped between fallen ruins and brought back to his Deadlands home. Cid brought him! While all others hear its word as naught but a succession of adorable Kupo-like cries, Clive is somehow able to make sense of them, learning that the creature professes to be a mighty hero who would see the terrible fiends that plagued the realm laid low, for which purpose it persists in drawing Clive's attention to the hunt board. This little guy. But Cid found him. That means Cid could see him, because not everyone is able to see this Moogle. And both of them know what the Moogle is saying. It's not just like Kupo, Kupo. So, gonna read up on Joshua's attendant, companion and protector of Joshua Rosfield, protector, dominant of the Phoenix. As loyal as she is dangerous, her blade is ever ready for any who might mean her master ill, and her tonics ever at hand to heal the sickly prince's hurts. Joshua addresses her by the name Jote, but it is unclear whether this is her true name or another pseudonym. I wonder if Jotei was also in Rosaria as an attendant or something? Because Joshua really trusts her. Empress of the Holy Empire of Sambrek, formerly the Duchess of Rosaria, before she betrayed her nation and gifted it to the Empire. The Arch. For a short while after the fall of the duchy, she was taken into the protection of the imperial crown, a pretense that ended with her bargained remarriage to Emperor Sylvester, the birth of Prince Olivier, and her return to rule over Rosaria as Vicereine. Oh my god, I can't even explain how much I hate this character. Like, she's so evil. Second son of Emperor Sylvester of the Holy Empire of Sambrek, and third of Empress Annabella, making him half-brother to both Prince Dion and Clive. His mother has involved him in the affairs of the imperial court since he was a small child. And I'm guessing he has no idea what's happening. It's just the mother pulling every single string she has. She's probably gonna kill off Sylvester as well. Because she's just waiting for her boy to become the emperor. So the medicine girl, an orphan girl who pays for her bread by making and selling medicines. Okay, that was short. Scion of a lesser noble family of Dalmekia, tasked by Hugo Kupka to trace the whereabouts of Cid, the outlaw, and the man he believes slew Benedicta Harman. Oh, this bastard. His instigations led him to Eastpool, where he overhears Clive and Gav's conversation and follows them back to Sid's hideaway. This was the suspicious character! I freaking hate you! So, did he go with false information about what happened, or was it someone else? Because it wasn't Cid who killed Benedicta. It was Clive. And we never freaking beheaded her! If it was her head or another body part. But the head sounds more obvious because how would you know it's her hand? Like, well, maybe Hugo would, because he was absolutely obsessed with Benedicta. Obsessed.
Our man in Dalamil mentioned that Kupka's guard haven't been seen there of late.
Oh, I wasn't expecting you back so soon.
And he's dedicating his life to revenge. It used to be I would step into a tavern only to find myself overwhelmed with requests to sing of Dion the Bold, or the Curl and the Serving Girl. But now, all anyone wants to hear is Cid the Outlaw. You have made me a very rich man, my friend. Merry Mummer. Okay, where can I hear this?
I may have more for you.
So, did you pick someone else now?
I fear I may have been hasty in giving my heart to Goat. Look past his admittedly handsome visage, and he is little more than an overgrown child at heart. No, it is a man that I need. And who in the hideaway is more manly than Blackthorn? When I see him hammering away at a red-hot ingot, it's enough to turn my cheeks the same shade.
Go for it, girl. Go for it. Don't just stand here like a hopeless romantic.
I've done what I can, but the rest is up to you. You need to start taking better care of yourself.
Understood. And thank you.
The curse has spread. Make sure she rests.
Uh-oh. That ain't good.
If it hurts, You can tell me, you know. I'll understand.
I can bear it.
You don't have to.
But you shouldn't have to. Not anymore.
This isn't just your struggle, Clive. It's ours. And when we see how hard you fight, it inspires us to do the same. Or would you rather we left you to save the world all on your own?
No. That's not... Ignore me.
Now is the chance. Come on.
Clive, where are you?
In here.
What's so important?
What's wrong?
Rosaria's under attack.
What?
Okay, that is important. Let's go. Yes, it
This isn't the
can wait.
Dalmekian army we're talking about. It's the men of the Rock from Drake's Fang. Hugo Kupka's private guard. There is in hell in Rosalith, trying to batter down the castle gates.
Looking for me.
Seems that way. Reckon old Hugo has finally worked out who Sid really is.
Then this is just another trap.
Ah, it's a trap, all right. The daddy of all fucking traps.
Could say that.
I'm going to Rosalith.
You're not serious. That's exactly what he wants you to do, Clive.
Look. I don't know why Kupka harbors such a grudge against Sid. But as long as it's left to fester, our world will never know peace. He has dragged the rest of Storm into this pointless war just to find me. Besides which, I'm not about to stand and watch while my home gets ground into the dirt. Hugo Kupka must die.
I've lost enough friends to that man already. I don't want to lose any more. So let's go and kill the bastard.
I'm coming too. After all, we're in this together.
All right. I should probably speak to Otto before leaving. We need to know what we're getting ourselves into.
Back to Rosalie
Yeah.
then. Whatever has become of her.
Well, we need to do some missions first.
First he wrecked our home, now he's wrecking yours. But he's not going to get away with it this time.
I mean, I know why he's mad, although Clive doesn't, because he didn't know what kind of a relationship he and Benedicta had. But if Hugo would have known Benedicta kind of played him, I think his feeling would have been different. I mean, nothing of this would even have happened. We would have still had the old Hideaway. Everything would have been kind of fine and dandy, but... well...
Thank you for sticking with us.
Those of us who are still here have to look after each other.
It'll take ages to tidy all of this stuff up.
Although it feels a little bit like I can't really hate Hugo. I don't dislike him. He's a mean bastard. But I understand him. Because I would probably also turn batshit crazy. And would we fault Clive for becoming like that? Or am I just like too forgiving. Gonna switch this one out so we get more ability points, because that's needed. So how do you guys feel about Hugo? You like him or you don't? I just feel like something like that would turn anyone crazy. Although he's taking very huge measures.
Get him!
He's really trying to make life difficult for Clive. Like, he's not even into politics no more. His entire plotline right now is just revenge for Benedicta.
Well, she's near the Abbey is certainly damp. Let's see if they're damp enough for Morgan Fields.
And so he feels kind of dumbed down, but I mean, you kind of turn like that. Love can turn you really dumb.
Over here! It's over!
Meow. Why did I make a cat sound? Oh my gosh. What was I even saying? What was I even about to say? I just love that action so much that I get distracted all the freaking time. Kinda want to have the aerial blast when I'm defeating Hugo. Just, you know, it's kinda ironic to have Benedicta's icon.
Size of a goblin's eye.
And just killing him with that.
It certainly wasn't wrong about them being attracted to the flowers, though.
I do not think he will be saved. If he's somehow, like, saved and not killed, I'ma feel a little bit salty, actually. Because I'd rather, much rather, that Benedicta lived. They could have done so much with her character. Like, I can't let that go. Damn it, if I had ignition while I had the blind justice, would have done so much more damage. No, I was about to jump. Got distracted. Uh-oh, it's doing the big swing. Ooh, darn it. Could have just flown up like this.
To me, boy! I'm hurt, Torgal.
For Hugo to be attacking Rosarian land, yeah, he must be really pissed.
Over here!
That's probably gonna fight Titan soon then. Probably gonna be like with the Benedicta fight, where you fight the character first, and then...
These are our Morgan beards, all right.
And then the icon. I hope so.
About this scent. It reminds me of home. Hopefully this will be enough. I've had my fill of goblins.
Me too. So we're done here. Yep, looks like it. Back to the big map and go to Nortreach. Do the quest there and then go forward with the main plot.
Let's hope the Draper has Hortense's cloth.
All anyone ever wants.
Right, we were just gonna get some cloth.
Might I interest you in some swansdown? Perhaps some seersucker or herringbone?
Just some linen. 2 bolts. Already paid for in full.
Okay, let's get that. Oh! Oh, my cat just woke up. Vad vill du göra? Vill du gå och äta? Okej, jag kan pausa. Jag kan pausa och så... Ja. He's so adorable. I have to go with him.
Apologies, my lord, but your items aren't here.
Ah,
They were due
then
to
where
arrive
are
on
they?
a caravan from Bocklad, but there's been little traffic on the road these past few days. My mother thinks it might be bandits, but she always thinks it's bandits.
It usually is. So I assume the caravan will be coming from the south.
Yes, hopefully carrying all manner of spice and sundries. Wait, you aren't thinking of...
Going to find it. That's exactly what I'm thinking.
Oh.
We need to finish this quest.
Well then, be safe.
Thank you, miss. Wow, everyone is so much nicer when I don't have the cheek brand. So much nicer. Like the rudeness when I had the brand. I was about to slap every single one of the NPCs. Because they were despicable. Like it's only a tattoo. And then kind of have some magic. But other than that, we all look the same. It's just, oh, they probably are very... Yeah, that's about it. They're jealous because they don't have any powers. Of course. Like, how are they supposed to do a fire without the crystal? Missing caravan. There is a caravan. I hope that's the one. Seems so.
That damn bird's a menace!
She meant nothing by it, I swear.
Just take these. Don't blame the bird.
You deserve a rest.
It does.
Who's gonna buy my wares now? State your animals left them in.
But they hardly damaged us all.
Is there something wrong?
If you're a bandit come to steal my stuff, you're gonna be sorely disappointed. And all thanks to this fool.
But it was you who stepped into my path.
Only after that featherbrain trampled me. I demand recompense, be it in coin or the items you carry. Refuse, and I shall report you to the garrison and see you hanged.
These goods are expected in Nortreach. I mean, they're not mine to give away.
You wouldn't happen to be on your way from Bocklad, would you?
I am, but
Oh,
someone
this
from
is the
market
merchant.
send you. Please, you have to help me. I can pay whatever you ask.
So the fool has protection. And coin, too. Sorry, friend, but we'll be the ones taking it. Oi! Killer! It's time to collect.
Oh, so you wanna fight?
And we'd have already collected if you hadn't insisted we'd put on this little act.
Bandits!
As I told one of your customers, it usually is. Let's get this over with.
I'll deal with the bird lover. You take the handsome one, killer.
Stop calling me that.
He is indeed. Glad the man could see it as well. Well, Clive, you have gotten some compliments throughout the game anyway.
To me, boy.
Although not from the most important one, which is Bill.
Get him.
I like that his name is Killer, even though he was like, don't call me that. Then what name do you want? Bob? Bob the Builder?
Over here!
Will I be able to? Oh, I'm too close. Yeah, I was too close. Just get out of the way.
Over here!
It don't matter. This ain't the boss. And I have plenty of potions.
Over here!
Done. Now give me my bolts, a red and a blue one.
All right. You made your point. Killer my ass.
Did he hurt you?
No, thankfully. He seemed intent on letting the bandit do his dirty work for him, and he would have succeeded had the great lender not sent you. My shipment is safe, and my livelihood with it. You must allow me to reward you.
We can speak of that once you're safe in Nortreach. I'll accompany you there.
Okay. What do we get?
So you and my mother were right. It is always bandits.
And were it not for the kindness of our free sword here, you'd be buying your order back from them at twice the price. Now, if you don't mind, I have a pressing appointment at the Vale before my return to Boklad. Farewell.
Pressing appointment?
Oh, I almost forgot. I suppose you'll be wanting your linen. You'll be happy to know both bolts arrived safely along with the rest of the delivery. I've also added a few extra lengths of our finest fabrics to the bundle. Free of charge.
Are you sure?
My mother would insist. It's the least we can do for the man who saved our shipment.
That's that done then.
That's nice.
Now it's back to Hortense with her cloth.
Let's go back. We have 2 missions to turn in. If not more, just suddenly appeared. Alright, he's over here.
Clive, sorry again for sending you all that way. But you did get my order, didn't you?
Don't worry. I have it.
I believe this will more than satisfy your needs.
Let's see here. One bolt of red, one bolt of blue. What's this? I don't recall ordering any silk or velvet or... Is this gold work? Krieger's ghost. If that devil ever draper expects me to pay for these...
You needn't worry on that score, Hortense. They were a gift. For services rendered. I can always return them if you like.
Oh, no. Oh, there's no need to be hasty now, Clive. I'm sure I can put all three to good use. Speaking of which one's most to your liking?
I don't know.
I mean, I would like all three of these, but lush red velvet. I think Clive will look the best in red and also Rosarian color.
This one, I suppose.
I've a mind to give a piece to Jill. Did you know she's quite the little seamstress?
Oh!
I know needlecraft was amongst her lessons at the castle.
Her lessons? Oh, that's right. The two of you were raised together in Rosalith, weren't you?
Not quite together, but when my father put down the uprising in the Northern Territories, Jill was taken as a ward to ensure that her father, the Silvermane, would keep the peace.
She's an honest-to-goodness princess then, isn't she? I could tell, you know. Some people just have that air about them. Not many round here, mind. I'd offered to sew her something that might better suit her station. But she'd most likely turn me down, as she always does. Tell me not to waste the fabric when it's better used on the children.
Don't take it the wrong way. She certainly seems to be attached to the last outfit you made her.
Oh, sometimes I think she never takes it off.
The one she has now?
Or perhaps she'll make something for herself with your gift. Either way, I'm sure she won't turn it down.
We'll see, I suppose.
If she's the one who made Jill's outfit, the one I freaking love, this seamstress is the bomb.
Lady Hortense said she'd give us our dresses soon. Said they'd be made of linen.
Not sackcloth.
Yes, indeed, of linen. I was like, where did the voices go? It's disappeared, but the text went up. I was like,
And what can I do for you? If you're gonna buy something, be quick about it.
yeah, you've got a line behind me.
You'll not find a better price than that.
Oh, it's pretty. Oh, I like it. Nice. You still with that crowd? Now let's go down to the garden. Get us some apples and some flowers in our hair. No, it's not for me, Clive, it's for you.
It is rare that we see you so often in the backyard, Cid. What brings you to the gardens?
I had these. You sent me on a mission. Have you forgotten?
Yes, wonderful. These are almost identical to the plates in my tome. Did you have any trouble locating them?
Finding them was the easy part, but it's odd. They remind me of my childhood somehow. I don't remember these flowers specifically, but we must have grown them in the castle garden. If the petals are meant to improve the effectiveness of medicines, it's possible that the court physicers grew them for the tinctures and treatments they made my brother.
If the ducal healers were convinced of their properties, that is all the more reason to begin growing our own supply here. Oh, allow me to use some of the flowers you brought me to make something that might aid you on your travels. I need only a moment to extract the essence from the petals.
If you say so. What you gonna do for me? Super potion? We're rather like something permanent, mister, but anything will do.
And here we are. A phial of pure Morganbeard extract. A single drop added to any one of your restoratives will increase its potency. At least I hope it will.
For potions? Restoratives? I don't understand, mister. Necessary for increasing consumable potency. Oh! It's an enchantment. I see, I see. You have obtained a phial of Morganbeard extract, hereby increasing the potency of most consumables. Both potions and high potions now restore more HP, while Strength, Stone Skin, and Lionheart tonics last longer. Huh. Okay. So, quests with a plus seem to be enchantments. Or you'd like get something good out of them. Okay, speak with Otto.
The fires of freedom sweep the land, set holy ground to flame, and frozen hearts to soften start, released from frost's cruel.
Watch me twirl. Look at this twirl. Woo. If Jill would have seen you, Clive, she'd be all over you. Oh, we haven't spoken to Vivian.
Here for another of my lectures. Allow me
We're
to
just gonna
educate
view
you.
something.
Study it well, Clive.
Well, this is the situation, the fall of Drake's breath. Old friend Marlene. Yeah, and we all made it. Retreat. Iron Crusade.
Thus ends
Okay.
today's lesson.
I don't think I need a recap. Maybe I should do the hunt board. What do I have left? Secret. Mountains region. Fallen ruins near Martha's Rest. Oh, there are a lot of fallen ruins there, so we just have to get there.
Gov gave you the news then?
We're leaving for Rosalith, but not before I know exactly what's going on. What have we heard?
All sorts. Nobody was expecting the Delmex to open up a new front against the Empire, least of all our friends in the provinces. Reports have been rolling in from all over the place, with no two saying the same thing. I've been passing them on to Vivian, in the hope she can make sense of them. If you're set on going, you'll want to talk to her.
Understood.
Okay, then we go back to Vivian.
Ah, if it isn't my favorite pupil. Let's see now, where did we leave? Well, this is a surprise. My lectures are rarely so well attended.
You know what they say? A little knowledge, can't hurt?
We're going to Rosalith to deal with Kupka. What's the situation there?
Whoa there, Lord Rossfield. I'm sure you're champing at the bit to return to your roost. But to fully understand the present situation, one must first understand how it came to be.
Okay, miss. Guide me. Tell me what's happened.
Let us begin with the story of Hugo Kupka, or the permanent economic advisor to the Dhalmekian government, to give him his formal title. In a republic founded on commerce, there could hardly be a more influential position. It has granted him both extraordinary wealth and extraordinary power. Not that he ever wanted for the latter. Being Titan's dominant, he is also Dhalmekia's last line of defense, a fact he has used to his considerable advantage. Why, he was even able to pry Drake's Fang, one of the pillars of the Republic, from Parliament's grip. And he was quick to buy the loyalty of the Fang's protectors. Today they are his faithful creatures, a private army in all but name. The self-same army that marches upon Rosarian soil as we speak. By which I mean Imperial soil, not that you need reminding of the fact. Suffice it to say, the Empire's attentions are elsewhere at present, deadlocked as it is with Dhalmekia over its occupation of the Crystalline Dominion, where its legions are now gathered. Scarcely a handful of garrisons remain to secure its western provinces, and half of them left after the fall of Drake's Breath. With the threat of the Ironblood thus diminished, they had little cause to fear a maritime invasion. And so today, only a token force guards the former duchy's shores, as Kupka was quick to descry. He landed his troops on the Rosarian coast without encountering so much as a single ship. All for you, Clive. He wants your head. And so he and his men advance upon Rosalith, not to capture the province, but to draw you out.
Of course.
You said Kupka's forces sailed up the coast. What of Port Isolde then? Is the city safe?
Quite, according to the Guardians of the Flame. The Dhalmekian fleet floated by without incident. But not without remark. When they learned Kupka's forces were making for Rosalith, our friends were quick to begin arranging the exodus of her citizens. And so the stage will soon be set for your heroic homecoming. Alas, it will be a more trying task to enter the capital than it was to leave it. Hugo's men hold Buet Bridge, despite the Imperials' repeated attempts to wrest it back from their grasp. And they were careful not to repeat the Empire's mistake in neglecting their coastal defenses. The seas around Rosalith are firmly under Dhalmekian control. So tell me, pupil mine, what do you believe to be the best route to Rosalith?
The north. We cross the northern border near Phoenix Gate, then take the road through Stillwind down to the capital. Hardly the quickest route, but at least we won't be spotted.
A little local knowledge goes a long way, and so must you.
We'd best get a move on then.
Oh, will you be going too?
Aye. I've been waiting a long time to give that fucker a taste of his own medicine. I would have missed this for the world.
All right. We should be on our way.
Lead on.
Well, well, well. We're going back to Rosarian Mark. To Rosalith, I mean. It's even more central. Oh my, they're really ruining everything. Oh. Clive must be feeling something. Jill as well. And even Torgal.
Fortify the castle gates at once.
Republican soldier?
Hugo and his men have been busy. We've already breached the castle's outer wall. The Imperials are holding the ground for now, but it's only a matter of time before the keep falls. Those fuckers really went to town on this place. Almost like they want to wipe it off the map.
Just a means to an end.
Oh, a chocobo.
All this for one man? They didn't have to go so far.
If you keep your wits about you, I reckon you can make it up to the castle without raising the alarm. I'll sniff out any townsfolk who haven't escaped yet and send them on their way.
Be careful.
Likewise. Don't do anything I wouldn't do.
There's civilians here. Well, well, well. You goes, man?
I thought I was ready for this, but...
I know. It's like a nightmare. This was our home. Come on, Clive. We have to keep going.
So we're all feeling a bit nostalgic. Capital punishment. Yeah, that's what it feels like, huh? Okay. I think we're actually going to end the episode here, so thank you. What? Okay, I thought I heard something. I thought it was my cat, but it wasn't. Thank you very much for watching, and bye-bye!